Yes, yes.
We should not run.
Yeah. Okay, so here we start. I welcome all of you. Looks like an amazing day today. Catering to audience from all over India. It's a great feeling. Thank you so much for this overwhelming registrations. While our attendees are joining us every moment, let me take you through in a nutshell about today's session. So comprehending nearly all fields of fashion industry so far, we bring to you today an exclusive session celebrating the power of skills and extraordinary talent from across the country. So let me introduce you to our eminent speakers for today. Our first speaker is Colonel Ravi Kharbanda. I welcome you, sir. He's an ex-defense officer from Corps of Engineers with diversified exposure. Post-retirement, he has been a name to reckon within the skill development sector at the national and international level. He established the first vocational training center in Kabul at the best of the Ministry of External Affairs. He worked as technical consultant to WorldSkill India NSDC. Colonel Kharbanda was felicitated as an honorary member of WorldSkills International at Kazan, Russia in 2019. And presently he is working as an advisor to the Media and Entertainment Sector Skill Council of India. So that's about Colonel Kharbanda. Our second eminent guest today is Ms. Gurpreet Kaur. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Director with Academic Affairs at ATDC Gurgaon. Before I go on, let me tell you about ATDC. It stands for Apparel Training and Design Center. It's a dedicated public vocational training provider under the aegis of Apparel Export Promotion Council, that's AEPC, and has the largest number of exclusive directly run training centers from the apparel sector, and is arguably the single largest training provider for a single domain vocational trade in India. ATDC's vision is encapsulated in imparting skills, improving lives, and innovating aptly with an eye on Industry Revolution 4.0. She has over 25 years of industry and academic experience in fashion and apparel technology. And Ms. Gurpreet has been founder faculty at ATDC. She has also has been an expert in fashion technology WorldSkills 2015. And she has trained various Indian participants for regional Indian skills and national level too. So I welcome you, ma'am, once again.
Thank you, Shweta.
In addition to our eminent speakers, we also have in panel our very own director, sir, from Vogue Institute of Art and Design, Dr. H.L. Vijay Kumar. I welcome you too, sir. With more than 3 years of experience in teaching, administration, research, and development, he has extensive experience as a professor and is actively involved in research and development activities. Committed to develop institutes academically and financially, he is also a patron of promoting skills in students and has nurtured many students under him. So now, without delaying anymore, let's start our session with Colonel Kharbanda, followed by Mrs. Gurpreet. And at the later stage of the session, we'll have the question answers. So the rules remain same. All the attendees, whenever any question pops up in your mind, please type in the question answer box and we'll take them all at the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining, and over to Colonel Kharbanda now.
Oh yeah, thank you. Hi everyone, welcome and good day to enthusiasts keen to unlock the hidden talent. Thanks, Shweta, for introducing me and reflecting me at such a high pedestal. Well, I'm privileged to join the session organized under the leadership of Vogue, the Institute of Art and Design, Bangalore. Well, I'm sure quite a few may not have heard about WorldSkill competitions. Remember, it's an honor and privilege to represent the country at any international competitions in any capacity. Well, I'll try to give you an insight of WorldSkill competitions, since it is not only competition, it is much beyond that. I will try to present through some slides for your understanding, and you are at liberty to clarify your doubts during the question answer session. Now I'll try to show you some slides, and that's how we move. Yeah, like any competition or anything you do, there has to be an aim, the mission, or a vision. Now, for the vision of World Skill Vision is improving our world with power of skills. Even during the pandemic period, you find the skilled people moving and supporting at this critical juncture. Here you see from like graphic people, they're trying to print sanitizer labels for various pharma companies. And people are moving from hospitality to hospitals. The gentleman, what you find is a chef from restaurant service in one of the largest hospital chain from America. Well, he's in the hospital, supporting the nurses, supporting the hospital staff. And Kamal, you find his photograph. He was a competitor for robotic in the year 2015. He's designed a robot which is going to support the nurses and the doctors in this pandemic period. He is doing a very wonderful job, and if his patent gets approved, he'll be a big man. And people are eyeing on his design. And then you find people on 3D printing, preparing protective vision using 3D printing technology. So during this period also, this pandemic, the skilled peoples are always on the move and supporting the country. Well, as we say, the skills have no race. It is diversified. Diversity is a core value of World Skills. Here, the members come from different regions with different cultural background, religion, family status within the community. So it has no skill. Skills are no race. Now, a little bit I'll let you know about the World Skills and what is this international called as. Originally, the World Skill Competition was termed as Skill Olympic of Skills. But Olympic people had an observation. They said, no, you can't call it Olympic of Skills. So that's what it named it as World Skills or World Skill International Competitions. Now, this is also a member body, like Olympic Association. It has got it has got a secretariat, it has got a board of directors, it has got general assembly, like what we have for the associations. Well, at the moment, there are 84 member countries who are members of World Skill International. India took the membership in 2007, and the current membership is with the MSDE, that is the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, with NSDC as the operational body. Now, World Skills, we keep hearing, is the largest international skill competition akin to Olympic of Skills. Well, as I said, it is much beyond skill competitions. It is here where the industrialists, academia, policymakers, people meet with a vision to improve the world with power of skills. Well, it's a knowledge sharing platform. Researchers join there. They talk with the youth. After the research, they evaluate and feel which are the futuristic jobs for which people should take it on, which could provide them jobs. Well, all the above provides livelihood with economic growth to the country. Well, as I said, this organization is growing, developing, meeting the challenges, and preparing the youth in the fast changing technological and economic conditions. It is not after the competition things get over. There is a thing like Champion Trust, Leaders Forum, Experts Forum, with the view to spread awareness and importance of skills, and they help the weaker nations in development of skills. To talk of the competition, talk of a skill, it's there. If you've got a creative mind, you could take on to creative art and fashion. Because they divided it into 6 skill sets. And all skills are there, starting with construction. If you're good in construction, if you're a bricklayer, if you can do good painting, if you're a good carpenter, there's a skill for you under the head of construction and building technology. Likewise, for transportation logistics, if you're a good painter, good mechanic, good engineer, skill is there for you. For engineering, of course, talk of engineering thing, or you're a lathe manufacturer or a lathe operator, lathe supervisor, there's a skill for you. CNC milling, CNC turning, robotic, talk of a skill is there. Information, of course, we all know it, is much in demand these days, because most of the things are happening, are getting computerized. So they got a thing like web design, your Internet of Things, your IT software solution, all skills are there. अगर आपको खाने पीने के बहाने में if you are good, there is a thing like social and personal services. There are skills under that head as well. Now the history, I'm sure none of you, most of us would not be knowing when did the World Skill Competition start. And I'm sure people do know about World Olympics. They all will come up. Athens mein hua tha ji, in the 1896. But history of world skill is still unknown. I must tell you, this started off in the year after the Second World War. There was a huge shortage of skilled manpower, and economies of the countries were devastated. And there was a huge skill gap, and people are not joining like in the present situation in the country as well. So there was a gentleman called as Albert Vidal. He said the best way to encourage and to inspire people is to hold competitions. All amount of advertisement didn't work. They started the competition. So the first competition was held in the year 1950 at Madrid, just between two countries, Spain and Portugal. There were about not more than 20 competitors, and they held competition about 5-6 skills only. And you see the way it's grown now. Now the 84 member countries, and skill competitions take place in over 55 skills. Now we've been talking, well, yes, World Skill builds a global platform, and here the members who are there, they inspire the people and turn the persons, develop the passion of the person into their profession. Here, by inspiring, they measure excellence, celebrate champions, and encourage hundreds and thousands of young people to turn their passion into profession. They all promoted during the conferences as well. And then the members develop the team, develop their aspirants, their competitors. They assess them. They try to find jobs for them, and they make them work on world skill standard specifications, which are acknowledged across the world. And anyone who has performed work on the world skill standard specifications, he will get a job. Rather, people gun for him to locate him and provide him a job. Besides that, the another role which the world skill community plays is, which is too very important. They influence the industry, the educators, the industrialists, the government, and facilitate international organization research. It's here the research goes on, which they find which are the futuristic jobs which can get people a job. The competition, as I always say, they're very structured competition. It is not because they all are bound to follow the competition rules when they go for the competition. And by structured, what I mean is everything is transparent, everything is laid out, everything is spelled out. The technical description of each skill is spelled out. What tools they're going to use, what instrument they're going to use, what software will be required. Everything is spelled out before the competition. So one has to show these are some of the values of world scale competition. Course is held in fairness, with integrity, transparency, and of course, it is a collaborative effort. Here, even I should say, the president of the board or the chairman, everybody has to follow from the competitor up to the president of World Skill International. Has to follow the values of World Skill competition. For there's just no excuse, no letdown on that. This is just to show you a view, the opening summary, the amount of importance people are giving to this competition, and the people who attend. It is screened all across the world. It is if the best of countries, best of people come to participate there. You imagine the president of Russia, Putin, he was present during the closing ceremony. You can't look for a higher person than him. So see the importance which is being given. And now even is been acknowledged, and the government is definitely reviewing to give more weightage to skilled people, skilled champions than the Olympians. They realize the value because this provides people the job and which improves the economy of the country. It's just trying to tell you, just imagine a Chirag, he's again from Bangalore, that's why I put his picture here. He's in the center, the most handsome, tall, young fellow. He was in the Champions Forum. And recently he was invited by UNESCO to speak on skill development during the COVID pandemic. Well, as I said, it's not only competitions. When you go internationally, once you travel there, the host country provides you with a space where you can erect your pavilion and showcase your multicultural experience of your country. This time when we've gone to Kazan, Buddha was there. It was shows the spirituality, truth, peace, and even the Minister of Skill Development was present. Honorable Minister Mahendra Nath Pandey was present. He did the inauguration of this pavilion of Indian Pavilion. Besides that, is not only competition, again what I said. Once the country goes there, the young competitors are matched with one of that member country school, and the children visit that school. They interact with the school children. They understand the culture, the way of the teaching methods, the aids which they use, and how they're developing the children. So that gives you good interaction among the school children. You understand their values. You try to project your culture, your values, which are there, your education system. So this time when we had gone there, they organized a beautiful play for us. We had a match, a volleyball match between our team and the school children. It's good fun. It is not only competitions. You understand other countries' culture. A lot of things are there once you visit another country. Well, these are some small snippets of Kazan. You find the people, person from, even robotic is there, the person working in fashion technology is there on the right. All skills. It's just few snippets. And I must tell you, the people who win and hold the Indian flag there is a big achievement. And these are the people who made India proud. You see the person for the first time we got a gold medal. He won a gold medal. He's from Orissa, won a gold medal in water technology, and was first among 11 countries. Pranav, web technology, and in graphic design, Sweta Ratanpura. She got a bronze medal. And another bronze medal we got in your jewelry designing. So they have been good progression over the last few years. Now for us at the moment is India skills. First, we have to qualify for the India skills for the state, join the India skills, become a champion there, and then we train you for the international competition and get you registered and take you abroad to compete at the international level. Well, for Shanghai, as of now, is going to be in the year September 21. Eligibility is people born on or after 1st January 99. This makes it below 23 years of age for about 47 skills. And for about 8-9 skills, the age is still 25. Well, for India nationals, we call it India Skills, is a national level skill competition every alternate years. This also we trying to impress on the government. Why don't we hold every year internal competitions? Like certain countries are there, Korean hold every year, Tony country hold it every year, but that has to be yet to be considered by the government. In preparation for Abu Dhabi, we had a India Skills at Pragati Maidan in 2016, which was launched by Honorable President of India. And for Kazan, when we had gone, we had the India Skill competition in about 50 skills at Aero City. I wonder if some of you may have joined or head of the department could have visited. In preparation for World Skills Shanghai, India Skill Nationals are likely to be organized in early January 21. So to enable winners of India Skills, we try to give them about 7 to 8 clear months where they could have focused training for preparing on skill-specific standards, standard specifications, and with rigor on tools and equipment which are likely to be positioned in the World Skill Competition. This is just shown from year 2007, we started competing. Of course, that time it was just more of a visit. There was no support from the government. The real support started coming from 2011, where again, the membership, which was earlier with Confederation of Indian Industries, was passed on to National Skill Development Corporation. We again got no time with us. We had just 6-7 months with us, and without much of preparation, we went. And of course, we didn't do too very well, but there were a lot of learnings. We came back with a lot of learnings. Over the years, we've been competing. This year, 2019, which was held in Kazan, to see the progression now. When we competed in 2011, there were 48 member countries who competed. We were positioned 39th. And today, in 2019, last year in the month of August, we were placed 13th. So this shows excellent progression, I'll call it. This has been because of collaborative effort, support we got from the government, support we got from the industry, and I should say, the passion of the competitors, because they are the real material are the competitors. They were trained well, they were passionate, and they put in their best and brought glories to the country. Well, this was the position, just I'm trying to show you. We were 13. The country which stood first was China, then was Russia, Korea, Chinese Taipei, Brazil, and 12th was United Kingdom. Now, during the session, now you all are watching, all the present enthusiasts and the best of institutions are listening to this. Now, I'd like to know from you, what do you feel, what should be a position? Can we make it to first 3, or we could be in the first 7, or we could be in the first 10? I'd like to have your views. The question answers, I'd like to have your views and what do you think and what should be done to make ourselves improve further. You see the amount of importance given to this. The competitors who went to participate in the World Skill International, they were seen off by the Honorable Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. That's the level it goes. And of course, the people who prove themselves and win a medal and and have to walk on the ramp or the aisle is a pride. I tell you, there's nothing more than this. I can assure you, Avastha will retain this film, this picture of his throughout his life. He will relish this and will be proud to show it to anybody across the world and to his own people. You see the pride in the people when they join. Because before that, we try to give them soft skill training, try to build their team spirit. So they go as a team collectively and with passion and put in the best till the end. Here, my point comes is always whosoever participate in the competition at any level, let him not come back later and say, "मैं कुछ और कर सकता था." For that's the worst. Put in your best till the end, and your results will show you your effort. Well, these are people who made us proud. They won us medals, gold medal, silver medal, and 2 bronze medals. Again, see the pride, the way the going with the flag, Indian flag, and walking across the country, across that member country, which is being watched by lakhs of people. For this, everything is streamed. क्या इज्जत की बात है, इससे बड़ा मौका किसी को नहीं मिल सकता to participate or to show their talent. And I must tell you, everybody in the world, I'll just tell you a statement. When India started participating effectively in 2011, the impression which went across the country was, अब तो सारे medal India ही लेकर जाएगा. So that is the impression in the world. It is only what we need is correct selection, have to be focused. We must provide them all the support to the competitors so that they can show their talent and showcase their skill level at the world skills. Talent is there in the country. Because of the awareness is lacking. People are not aware of the value of this competition. So many don't even join. Again, but you just see the people. The value of the skills, the thrill which it brings you. It is just not the competition. They say anybody participating by himself is a winner. And going there wearing the Indian crest on the blazer, on the dress which you wear, is a pride, and that continues, sets in your mind throughout your life. Well, these are the people who got Medallion of Excellence. There are 15 of them, and I must say, fashion technology has been just missing by 2 points, 1 point, half point. That has been the state. So that means little more than training or the focus what has been given, with little more energy, little more better selection, little more, I should say, motivational aspect to the competitor, we can get medal in skills like all the creative skills, fashion technology, in visual merchandising. Person is here. Of course, he got a Medallion of Excellence, but not a medal. This I just want to show you the people, the academic partners which we had, and the industry which supports you. Was it not only the competitor or the expert who can make you win? It is a collaborative effort. Everybody's effort is required, but mainly, you can't deny, is the competitor. And well, that is all what I've said. Just see last year's people who came forward, but this still is not enough. Much more corporate support is required best of the institutions from academic partners should participate, which will get you better candidate and make the country proud when they participate and come back to the country. Well, thank you. Any questions if you have, you must ask me clearly anything. Oh, well, I'll accept it. I'm the one who started the World Skill Competition in the country. I am the oldest, senior most, and from the inception, I'm there. There's been a lot of learning and a lot of knowledge is there with me, and that can be shared with you whenever you want. It's there. Yes, I remember in the last one of the panels, the FICCI chairman was there. What we've been commenting and talking. हुनर है तो क्या बोलते हैं? हुनर है तो श्वेता बोलिए क्या होता है? हुनर है तो
कदर है.
कदर है.
Oh,
बिल्कुल ठीक. वो कहते हैं जैसे हाथ की तकदीर लाइन से बनती है,
हाँ.
इंसान की तकदीर आपका काम से बनती है. हाथ बनाता है आपका तकदीर. So that is the level of hard work and the skill which can pay you. Thank you so very much. I'll wait during the question answers. You are liberty to clarify your
Sir,
doubts. if
before
have
you
any.
wind up the whole thing, before we start the video,
Yeah.
I want your inputs on this area.
Yeah.
I am so proud today after seeing our Indian contingent, Indian participant won the medal, and they are walking like a man of the match, man of the series match, which we proudly say that. And
Yes.
I'm happy that I involved with this process since from 2011, as you clearly said. I see now we have graduated. Now, most important thing for the audience who are there here, there are professors and the teachers of many institutes where they are
Yes.
skilled courses. Now,
Yes.
when you approached me 2011, I did not miss the opportunity. I grabbed the opportunity. 2013
Yes.
also. Now,
Yes.
today you are reached all the colleges. You are trying to we are trying to inform them there are opportunities for them. How the teachers
Yes.
should evolve themselves to identify the talent among their children, how to nourish them, nurture them, how to expose them to this competition. That is the more important. You
Yes.
can bring it. What is the role of a teacher today in
Yes.
selecting the candidate you want to bring it?
You see, the very first prime thing goes is earlier on, I must admit here, the gentleman who is talking is Dr. Vijay Kumar. He's the one from associated with World Skill from 2011. The moment we had no partners, no industry was coming forward. On just a simple telephonic call, he accepted, he says, my institute is there, I'm prepared to support. Well, this is one part. Now for everybody, these are very structured competitions. The very first thing, the skill in which your institution or the competitors are prepared, or the you have the trainers or the faculties there, they must study the technical description of the skill. Once that is understood, these are like exams, ICSE, CBSE and all. So what I'm saying is, everything is defined. See what infrastructure is required. See all how one should go about. So one should study the technical description, the infrastructure, and the marking scheme. So there are certain aspects which carry weightage, which carry marks. And I must say, now things are improving definitely, but in our colleges and all, because what people are looking for is industry ready people. When they look for employment, people are trying to join the industry, they are not prepared to give them training. They want ready-made. That means they should be exposed to in present day equipment, present day your technology, one should be abreast with. So the students, how they can do it is, the skill in which they're good. Not necessarily if I'm a fashion technology, I can't participate in other technology, other skills. If you're passionate in a skill, is not the education required, it's just the age criteria. I may be, because this happened from Srinagar last year, person was an IT person, he came to India Skills and hospitality. He was fond of confectionery. He could prepare beautiful cakes. So point is, you can compete in any skills which you like to. Now with the present system processes which are there, one has to start off from the state level. So one has to register their candidates through the SSC or through the state. The state which you belong, they have a portal, you register yourself there. If the skill is not being taken on by them, you write to the concerned sector skill council. They'll register you for that skill. They'll hold competition, ensure that the competition, everybody who's willing is given a chance to participate. So it's a process. The first level is a state. Before that, they may do the screening. State level winners join the regional competition. The regional level winners will join the national competition. So it's a process moving forward. And there is no fee for the participant to join. There is no participation fee at all. Because it is the responsibility of the state to see that the competitors who are there, who are to some level, they are provided training through the state by some industry or through sector skill councils, identified training centers. So no one has to pay for anything, and especially till the state level is a responsibility of the state. And after that, once you join the India Skills regional competition, India Skills and beyond, 100% payment, 100% is taken care of by the government of India, which is floated amount through the NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation. So the student can grow like this, and the other staff who's there, the members who are there, they can start as trainers, as a trainer, and gradually come up to become an expert for the skill. And we find from the beginning the person or the trainer or the professor or the person is good. Well, he's identified, but he has to go along with the team in the competition, try to work as a jury member. In the jury member is a lot of learning. He knows how the marking is done, everything is done. For that also we hold classes, workshop, seminars for people from the states of the skill particularly, so that they become trainers. So all students, faculty members, all have the opportunity to join the World Skill Competition. If nothing else, I should say, rather I'll say with Dr. Vijay Kumar Saab, you are one of it who have been contributing but never visited the World Skills. So others should even visit the competition where it's happening. If it is there in the India Skills, you must visit. If it's international, try to visit that. For the lot of learning, lot of interaction you get, lot of new ideas you gain, you come back with lot of learnings and understand how the other countries are progressing. I hope I'm able to partially clear your doubt.
Yes, sir. Okay. Shweta, you can play the video.
Yes, sir. Shrimukha, video, please.
और 2019 आप सब प्रस्थान करें, सफल हो, इस कामना के साथ बहुत बहुत सबको नमस्कार, सबको शुभकामनाएं, धन्यवाद।
Welcome to Kazan. Welcome to Russia.
Yes, sir. Can you please play it again? It's stuck at one place.
Yeah, I think.
और 2019 आप सब प्रस्थान करें,
No.
Shrimukha, not happening. Shrimukha.
I think replay from the beginning. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, change the screen again, Shrimukha. Don't play from the same screen. Yeah, share it again.
Yeah.
What is
Is it not?
It's still stuck.
Let me see if I can.
Play
I
it.
just paused it.
Yeah, play it again.
2019 आप सब प्रस्थान करें, सफल हो, इस कामना के साथ बहुत बहुत सबको नमस्कार।
It's stuck.
Why?
What, Srimukh? What happened?
I think there is a net problem. Like I'll just connect with my mobile and I'll.
You know, kept ready.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Shall we play it after Gurpreet ma'am's?
No. It is connecting actually.
It's okay? Okay.
Yeah. Is it okay?
What is 2019
Is it okay?
No.
No,
It's stuck.
Okay, like after madam's like can
Yeah,
Okay.
I think let
you can
Gurpreet
yeah.
Yeah. You
give a
can play the
presentation.
go
PPT.
We can
Gurpreet.
consider.
Yes, sir. Okay. Share screen. Sure. Is it visible, ma'am?
No.
The PPT.
No, it's not visible.
Yeah, like
Divya, you can try.
I think Ravi Karabanda's photo is there. His video is on.
Yes. Share the screen, Shrimukh or Divya, whosoever is doing.
is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Visible.
Yeah.
Shweta, you can request Gurpreet to come.
Yes, ma'am, you can start. Ma'am, you unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So a very warm welcome to all the participants. Here I can see over 230 participants have joined in. And thank you, Colonel Ravi sir. You have given a very, very extensive view to, I guess, all our participants of what World Skills is all about. So as sir has told everyone that he's been the first one to bring about World Skills in India, sir has been a guru of World Skills and has been a guru to me also. Here I would like to tell the participants that I'm looking at what the questions they are asking. Many of them are asking in particular about how to participate in a skill. So here I'm presenting. I am an expert in fashion technology. I have represented country in World Skills Sao Paulo in 2015, and thereafter in 2017 also. Our candidate from ATDC was the runner-up, and we did preparation for that. Now, the focus of my presentation would be to tell you about one skill in particular, that is fashion technology, and what is it that a competition is all about, how you...
Shweta, Gurpreet's video is not there on the screen.
Sorry?
Your video is not there on the screen. People are asking your video.
No, sir, it's there. It's there, sir.
It's there.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm getting questions.
No,
Okay.
no, I help him. I help him. Ma'am, you can continue.
Okay. So now I will be talking about one skill in particular, which is fashion technology. And this comes under the category of creative skills, where we have jewelry design, we have fashion technology, and other skills as well. Next slide.
Next slide, please.
Srimukh, where are you?
Yes, sir.
Next slide, please.
Yeah. Like, I am not able to hear her voice.
I'm saying
Next slide.
Yes.
Cool. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so World Skills is showcasing the value of skills,
Yes.
and it is raising the recognition of skilled professionals worldwide. And what are skills? Well, skills are the foundation of the modern life. Everything from the houses we live, clothes that we wear, to the societies that are created is the result of skills. Skills are the driving force behind successful careers and companies, thriving industries and economies. Skill, as Ravi sir told, it keeps the world working. And he has shown a very good example that even in COVID times also, we see skilled people giving their service to the community. Next slide, please.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Fashion technology.
So now we are going to come particularly to fashion technology. Well, if we talk of fashion technology, it consists of various modules. When we think of a fashion technologist, we need to understand what skills he or she would be possessing. So, well, the skill consists of sketching, it consists of draping, it consists of dress construction, it consists of designing a dress, and maybe once a dress or a jacket or a trouser, something is made, you should also know how to embellish it. So I'll tell you what fashion technologists should actually be looking at if they have to prepare themselves. This is an example of 2015 fashion technology module. And I have also brought in here what kind of percentage of marks is allocated to each skill. So if we say that there is a module on sketching where you are required to sketch given on the inputs, it is about 10% of the marks. You are given a picture and you're required to read the style and drape that on the dress form. That also contributes to about 10% of the marks. Then there is a module on dress construction. In this module, the candidate is provided by a ready-made pattern. He needs to read the instructions on the pattern, cut and sew a garment. So that's about 25% of the total marks allocated. Then there is a major module where your designing skills are checked. So the dress that you have made, you're required to design a jacket and you need to cut and sew it. So that comprises about 45% of the marks. And there is a final module, that is a module on embellishment. In this module, you are provided with a mystery box. The box consists of some items which no one knows. You are required to assemble those embellishment or raw material in a manner that makes the jacket or the dress most appealing. So all the participants, maybe who are from the fashion field, here they can understand that in case they want to participate, they need these skills to be sharpened. Next slide.
Is it visible now?
Here I have put a few pictures for you to understand that what kind of products or what kind of items are prepared by the competitors. These are pictures from 2015 competition. Here, if we talk of module 1 sketching, the competitor is given certain inputs, for example, to make a high-end dress, and a swatch is also supplied. What kind of garment would you prepare using that fabric and using that? I need to go to the previous slide, please.
Gurumukh, you're running very fast. Go back.
No, sir. No, sir. Actually, the internet is slow. Yeah.
Internet
Yes,
is changing the
previous
slide.
slide. Just go to previous slide.
Yeah, it is like model 1 sketching.
No,
not
go
this
to the previous.
previous one.
So this is the one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
It shows fashion technology workstations. You need to go a slide before.
yeah. They're like model 1 sketching. That is only showing in my screen. Can you share? I don't know what's happening. Are you not able to share the slide?
Quickly reshare, Srimukha.
Sure.
I think it's stuck. I'm extremely sorry, ma'am. A lot of technical.
Oh,
glitch.
no problem, no problem. Let him come to that slide.
Yeah.
I think, is it visible, ma'am?
Still being shared. Wait.
Yes,
Yeah.
got it. So we were at module 1 sketching. Here, the competitor is required to submit his idea about what kind of a dress or what kind of an ensemble he will prepare, looking at the target market and also understanding the fabric swatch that he has been provided. The sketching primarily is only black pen flat sketch. Here the competitor is not to do extensive coloring, rendering or stuff like that. So very simple black pen sketches is what is required. When we come to the module 2, which is the draping module, here all the competitors are supplied with one picture, and it's the same picture for all the competition, for all the competitors. They are required to understand the style lines, the pleats, the neckline, the shoulder, and all aspects, and read the style and bring it on using the muslin on the dress form. Only the front of the picture is supplied here. The back is given as per your own creativity. So you're required to do the back of the dress, understanding what gels with the front, which is shown in the picture. The module 3 comprises of generally of a pattern which is pre-supplied to the competitor. The candidate is required to read all the instructions which are given on the pattern, lay it out using the minimum fabric or economize, and cut and stitch the garment, put it on the dress form to be marked. When we come to the module 4, the module 4 consists of a dress, maybe this time it was a jacket that was designed by the competitor, which will go well with the dress that he has sewn. And module 5, as I explained earlier, is the module on embellishment, where there are certain items like laces, beads, chains, which are supplied as a mystery box, and the candidate is required to embellish the dress or the jacket, understanding how that can be made more appealing. So these are the 5 modules, and the candidates who are maybe from the fashion technology group who have joined in here, I guess for them it'll be easier to understand what kind of skills they should have in case they have to join in or compete in a fashion technology competition. Next slide. Well, here I have shown you what a fashion technology workstation in WorldSkills looks like. If we look at the picture which is on the right hand side, where we see the Indian competitor sitting on a single needle high speed sewing machine, well, he has a yellow marked area all to himself, in which he is supplied with a high speed sewing machine, single needle sewing machine. There is a dress form supplied to him. There is a pattern making table supplied to him. And he also has his individual ironing station. In case he wants to utilize any other machine, which may be like a fusing machine or a Kaj button machine, these are all made available to him, which can be shared with other competitors. So you have your own well-marked area, which is very ergonomically designed so that you're not wasting time running here and there. And another thing that I would like to share in this picture is, you would see that the candidate's toolbox is there on the pattern making table. Now, a toolbox competitor is allowed to bring his own toolbox, and the list of the tools that he's allowed to bring is given by the WorldSkills. So every time a competitor comes every day, which is, I think, a 4-day competition for a competitor, his toolbox is checked that it should be as per the WorldSkills guidelines. Next. Well, as Colonel Ravi has explained, that India joined primarily in 2011, where we had participated in many competitions. In fashion technology also, India has 5 years of history now in participating in WorldSkills. The first WorldSkills where India participated was in 2011 in London, where NIFT participant had competed. And if we look at who all are winning gold, silver, and bronze here, we can see on the left-hand side that Switzerland, Chinese Taipei, and Thailand, Finland, France have repeatedly attained top positions. In 2013, again, we had an candidate from Army Institute of Fashion Technology. In 2015, Sao Paulo, we have candidate from ATDC. Next slide, please. In 2017, again, the competitions which were held at national levels, where candidate from Pearl Academy, she managed to come somewhere in the middle position. And here also we see that Chinese Taipei, China, and Brazil, in the last 3 years, they've been able to attain the top 3 positions. In WorldSkills 2019 Kazan, Russia, we had NIFT participant Medha Devgan, where she also could attain almost a middle rank. And in fashion technology, we still have to come to a level where we win medallion. Well, not a medallion, but we need to win a medal in the forthcoming WorldSkills. Next. Now, there are many participants I see here who like to know that how is it that they will prepare themselves for a world skills competition? Let me tell you, when I first heard about world skills and I got to know that the question paper is known to all the competitors way ahead of time. So I was just wondering that in case everyone knows what is it that they got to do when they reach the world skills arena, well, we can also win. Well, if I say I know the paper, I can win. The others also know the paper and they can win. So what is it that makes us a winner? It is the finesse with which a work is done and how you can do that work in the minimum time which is required to do the work. So that means we need to know what is the benchmark that we have to attain, and we also need to know that to do that work, how much time is there with us. So all that is given in the two things that are seen in this picture. You see here on the left hand side is the test project fashion technology. On the right hand side, you are looking at a marking scheme. So this test project, let me tell you, is about 5 questions or 5 modules that I have explained you. So those modules or questions are put in this test module, and on the other hand, there is a 50, 60, 70 page extensive booklet that tells about that how will you be marked. So if there is 1 mark, that your sketching sheet should be neat and clean, there should be no folding, there should be no pencil mark. So if your sketching sheet provided is very neat and clean, you will get 1 mark out of 1 which is given. So for everything where you will be marked is extensively explained in the marking scheme. So assessment criteria and all that you should know about any skill is in the technical description. The technical description can be easily accessed through the World Skills website. I have put hyperlinks in my presentation, which can be shared with all of you, and interested candidates can go to the hyperlink, click and see what a technical description, what a test project, and what an objective marking scheme is all about. So generally, it's a 100 marks competition. The marking scheme consists of several criteria which are broken into sub-criteria and aspects. And for someone to attain finesse has to go through these 2 documents extensively. Next sheet. Well, there is something when you will go through this sheet, you will understand that there are 2 aspects which are judgmental or objective, or something which can be measured. So what is an objective criteria? An objective criteria, the marking where the score given is based on some kind of a measurable aspect. For example, an objective measurement can be, is shoulder 11.7 centimeters? So since this is measurable, if the shoulder of your dress is 11.7 centimeters, and there is also some kind of a plus minus 0.5 mm or something like that, you fall within that range, then you will get the stipulated marks, say about 2 marks are allocated to, you will get that. So objective marking is a measurable marking. What is a judgmental marking? Well, judgmental marking is something which you say, if there are 4 people looking at a dress and they have to say that this dress is suitable for wedding. Well, you can't measure it with a scale. There are 4 judges, out of which 1 might say, yes, it's suitable for a wedding. 1 may say, no, it is not suitable for a wedding occasion at all. And 2 may say, yes. So some kind of a judgmental aspect, those markings are covered under judgmental. So in fashion technology, your objective markings are about 40% and judgmental are about 60% in nature. Next slide. Well, here I have given you an aspect of objective marking. Well, a 1 marks is given to an embellishment when all the elements that you have, the laces, the beads that you have put on the dress are very well stitched. None of them is loose, none of them is coming into your hand. So there is 1 mark that can be allocated. Then the second criteria is wearability. So 1 marks in case you feel that all the embellishment that have been put on the dress is making that garment wearable. There is no difficulty in wearing that garment. So these kind of marking schemes are known as objective scheme. And when you are preparing your module, you can only prepare until and unless you read all the aspects or sub-criterion which is given in a marking sheet. Next. Well, for judgmental marking, as I told you, there is a group of 4 people who will mark. They are not marked individually, and you will be given a marks maybe 0, 1, 2, and 3. And based on the marking of each, average is calculated and the marks are given. Next. This is a sheet about, now let's come to questions that I see here. Many of you are asking, how do we participate? Well, register on India Skills through nsdcindia.org. A hyperlink is given. You can go there, click on, and you can register yourself. So who can participate in the forthcoming World Skills in 2021? Well, any skilled person who is born on or after 1st January 1999 is eligible to register on India Skills competition and further grow from regional to national to India Skills and go to the World Skills. So is there any qualification required? No, you need not be a BSc fashion technologist or a master's. Only skill is required. And many people ask, we are not so conversant in English. How will we participate? Well, only the language of skill is understood in World Skills. For candidates who are not conversant in English or any language, they do get assistance of translators, but only the skill language is what is understood. And now, what is the selection process and how to participate? The potential competitors, they need to register through an online portal, which can be through your state skill missions or through NSDC, and participate in India skill competitions first. The selection will be conducted by the state government with the assistance from sector skill councils in partnership with the academic and industry partners at district, zonal, and state level. The selected state champions will then be called at the regional competitions, and from the regional competitions, the winner will be showcasing their skills at India Skills national competitions, and the top 2 or 3 competitors are given international, national exposure, and they are then groomed to participate in World Skills. But only 1 candidate finally is registered for the World Skills competition. Next. So how to prepare yourself with India Skill competitions? Well, download the previous year test projects from World Skills website. This 5-page test project comprises of 4 to 5 modules. And this is the hyperlink that can assist you in downloading the test project. Read the test project very well. Read the assessment criteria, which is a detailed document on what is expected from a candidate and how his work will be assessed. Sharpen your skills in sketching, designing, pattern making, and most important, maximum marks in WorldSkills Fashion Technology are allocated to your garment construction techniques. Then, industry standards are desired from a WorldSkills competitor. Your pattern making, your garment construction, your finishing, ironing should be perfect as is done in a top quality ready-made garment. Next. Well, these are the two screenshots that I have taken from the NSDC website. You are all requested, in case you want to learn a bit more and do your self-learning, please go to the website, click on here. You will find a lot of data which is available on the NSDC website. Next. Well, we have seen India progressing, and with 63 countries participating in WorldSkills Kazan in 29 in about 56 skills, and India at 13th position with 1 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze, and 15 medallion. Well, you can be pictured and you can be the next skill champion. So my request to everyone is that there should be a fire within you. You should know what way to acquire. Please visit 2 websites which will give you a lot of information on how you can participate and you can represent your country in WorldSkills 2021. Thank you.
Can we have the video now? Are we on with the video? Audio?
और स्किल 2019 आप सब प्रस्थान करें, सफल हो, इस कामना के साथ बहुत बहुत सबको नमस्कार, सबको शुभकामनाएं, धन्यवाद।
Welcome to Kazan. Welcome to Russia.
It got stuck.
Is it again stuck?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, network
Whether
isn't
you can take
in our favor.
question- whether you can take questions, so we can share the link.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
So this one question which popped in my mind also to both ma'am and sir. Why is this age barrier in this competition? Like,
Ravi Karbada should answer this.
Yeah,
What's the age barrier?
You see, in other countries, you can hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Perfectly.
In most of the countries, they start off with skills at a very younger age.
Okay.
At the age of 15, 16 or 14, they're exposed to skills. So by the time the person reaches the age of 21, 22, they feel is fully, as an amateur, he can participate, not as a professional. So for that, the age limit is restricted to below 23 in the year of competition for most of the skills, leaving aside 5-7 skills where they allow people to participate till 25 years of age.
Yeah.
We had put up initially in 2013, I was the one who had projected to the world skill to increase the age of certain skill sets. Those days, awareness was not there. Now, even in our schools, we are introducing skills. You would have
Okay.
seen on the news system in schools from 9 to 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, the skills are being introduced. So that is required need of the day. That passion and that knowledge should start coming from earlier age. In other countries, because most of the countries are all European and from Western countries, they start introducing skills at a very younger age. So for everything, voting is there. So voting was done in certain cases where we projected the age should be increased, but majority 90% said it doesn't need to be increased. So they feel as an amateur till 22 years is good enough.
Right, sir.
Shweta ma'am, shall I try for the last time?
Yeah, please do.
Shall
Let's see if we can.
वर्ल्ड स्किल 2019 आप सब प्रस्थान करें, सफल हो, इस कामना के साथ बहुत बहुत सबको नमस्कार, सबको शुभकामनाएं, धन्यवाद।
Welcome to Kazan. Welcome to Russia. Welcome to the 45th World Skills Competition.
Every one of you is a champion. Savor every moment. And of course, enjoy yourselves.
Please welcome India.
По стандарту WorldSkills объявляю открытым.
Shweta, got struck.
Yes.
Shweta,
Yes, sir.
it got struck. It got struck.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay, you can go for the question.
Green Shumuka, yeah. You can remove the share the link.
Yeah. So should I stop it?
Yeah, you can stop it. Okay, we'll just take up the questions. Okay, so there were a lot of students who were in the process of Skill India 2020. So does the scan cancel for this year?
No, they were there for 2020. I mean, last year. If the eligibility, the age criteria they're fulfilling, they can participate again.
Okay,
But
okay.
if they participated at the international level, world skill competition, they cannot participate for the second time.
Okay, all right. Okay, so in addition to medals, are there any other benefits that are given to the winners?
Yeah, over there you get the medal, you get the certificate of participation, and when you come back, this by itself is a pride. is a gold medal, coming back with a gold medal. When you reach your state, you're honored by the state, like Ratanpura,
Yes.
who's there. I
Yes.
mean, all of them. You see the amount of firstly the prize money from each competition from India also they get. State
Okay.
competition they win, they get a prize. If they win
Yes.
regional
Okay.
competition, they given
Yeah.
a prize. If they come to the state level, they win a prize. International level, it's a gold medal. You can't look for anything more than that. And the prize, you walk on the ramp and walk on that aisle, nothing more than that. Is an honor.
Definitely.
And when you come back, certain states have been honoring their students like anything.
Huh.
Like your water technology fellow, the institute gave him 5 lakhs. The state gave him 10 lakhs.
Yes.
Likewise, you see,
Yeah,
made around 50 lakhs.
Huh.
50 lakhs is total what he made.
And I think
It's
that
just
the
the
recognition
beginning. I
at that
should say
level in
just the
itself.
beginning.
Yes, yes. Okay, so this last question is to unlock the skills from young minds. What has to be done?
It is the passion. You see,
Yes.
they are counseling sessions. Their counseling is there. The counselors are the right people to identify what skill a person has, what is his person's interest, and accordingly one should pick up the skill. Like the stream what one has taken is a stream. Like if it's a mathematical mind, you could look into that. If he's interested in cooking
Creative
and all,
arts.
you should look into that skill. So is the counseling people are the right people, but definitely the person himself, if he feels he's fond of cooking, he could take on to that skill. And is very good in computers, and a person is innovative, he should take on to innovative skills.
Okay.
Talk of a skill is there. You see, if you're good in computer, there's skill for computers. If you're good in cooking, there's skill for this thing. Good in building construction, there's there. If you're good in designing, skill is there. Your creative mind, skills are there. So it's a counseling, and the person himself is a better judge. But if need be, the counselors are the right people to guide them.
Is there any kind of training which is provided after a student passes regional level?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
lots of
Very
workshops are held.
dedicated training is provided
Yes.
by the sector councils, by the NSDC. We try to give them even international exposure. That level also could be given in case competition are happening abroad. But generally, after the national competition, we try to give them international exposure also before they expose to the world skill competitions. Last year, most of the competitors who participated, they had 2 to 3 international exposures. If we can't send a person, we try to invite their trainers here in the country. So there's the best possible facilities are provided. Industry is there to support. The government supports you, and there's a pride to be participating.
Do affiliations with skill universities of India provide an edge to the competitors in world skill competition?
Is open.
Okay.
Is not necessarily person is from the university or person is work is a entrepreneur or as a passion is doing. All are taken as equal. No special privilege. But yes, if a person is trained, he'll definitely perform better.
And here, the previous experts who have visited WorldSkills, I mean, it's all about sharing the knowledge, sharing the experience, and sharing the skill that one has. And where I believe that we work beyond institutions. It is not that, a candidate who has maybe come as a winner at a national level. I was involved in training the NIFT candidate, and we keep exchanging NIFT expert also train our candidate. So there is lot of knowledge, data, skill sharing, and I guess that is the crux to bring a winner out of the country.
Right. Vijay sir, if you have to add something.
The most important thing is actually for the institution, because other than institutions, as they mentioned, they are closely interacting and working with the student. The hidden talent of students can be easily identified the class teacher. Once they identify, they should make an attempt. It is not a big game to participate in this. One thing is identifying the right skill in the student and motivating them to participate and trying them as per the requirement is the most important thing. That is, once the colleges start doing it, if the management start supporting the thing, not only students, if they find somebody other than the institute who has got a very good skill, definitely we should identify and start training them. That is, at the end of the day, they should represent the country and win the medal to the country.
Okay. I think this awareness was much important, much needed at this hour. I can see a lot of messages who people are where they're mentioning that they did not know about it. So I think this was an addition to their knowledge. Thank you so much, speakers.
Shweta, this session is specifically to promote this program, to create awareness among the students and institute. Therefore, it can trickle down and continuously it should go across. Because whichever the platform I go, I speak on the world skill competition.
No, even I'll be honest, I think we also came to know about this through Vijay sir only. Had he not been there around, even we would have been so all thanks to him. So thank you so much to all our speakers for sparing time. It was indeed highly insightful. Not only for me, I think for everyone, all the attendees. We have a lot of appreciation messages, a lot of awareness about the whereabouts of the competition. And it was rightly mentioned by Kanak Kharbanda somewhere that there's no competition in skills, of course, but recognition and platform is very important.
Yes.
And criteria, standard specifications, and step-by-step scheme and procedure, as mentioned by Ms. Gurpreet. Mentioned very rightly, like this, the only language of skills is understood here.
Yes, that's it.
A degree, exactly. It's really good. I'm really sorry for the technical glitches that we faced today. Really sorry.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, had it been good, it was much smoother. But thank you so much for sparing time. We'll be in contact. And thanks to Colonel Kharbanda, thanks to Ms. Gurpreet. Thank you, Dr. Vijay Kumar, for sparing time and being with us.
Thank you, Shweta, for being such a good host. Thank you, Dr. Vijay. Thank you, Colonel Saab. It's been a pleasure.
I need to thank everyone.
Yes,
Dr.
thank you.
Vijay Kumar, Shweta Singh. Yes, thank you so very much. It's been really interesting for us also to watch and see the number of participants, the enthusiasts who are there in your, through your promotion, things that people are joining is commendable.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it's our privilege actually to be around such knowledgeable people like you. And for attendees, thank you so much for being with us. We have another session aided by India Skills, Visual Merchandising as a Skill by Mr. Ankit and Mr. Ramesh. Please join us on 10th of July. So hope to see you again. Thank you.
Both actually, both Ankit and Ramesh Pune represented the country in Vijay Merchandising. They are going to speak on Vijay Merchandising as a skill.
Yes, both the speakers of that day have represented India in World Skills. So stay tuned to meet the real heroes. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.